Pleasant day everyone! In this video, we will having a short introductory about what my topic all about. But before anything else, may I introduce myself first? By the way, my name is Isabel Ramos, 19 years of age. I currently live in Amago, Burgos, Cortes, Rigao del Sur. My program is Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science at Rigao del Sur State University. Since I am a BSc major in Science, and as you can see, my background or at my back is wall of rice field and the rivers. And actually, my topic is related from this area. So speaking of topic, my concept paper title in Arts Science subject anyway is all about human impacts to water cycle in our area. So let's go everyone! Please be with me. The water cycle is extremely important process because it enables the availability of water for all living organisms and regulates the weather pattern on our planet. If water did not naturally recycle itself, we would run out of clean water, which is essential to life. However, water is also constantly moving through another cycle, the human water cycle that powers our homes, hydrates our bodies, irrigates our crops, and processes our waste. The tight connection between water, food, and energy makes them dependent on one another. The water cycle can be described as the cycle of the different processes by which the water circulates between the ocean, atmosphere, and the land. It includes precipitation, rain or snow, drainage, transpiration, and evaporation. We all know that the water cycle describes how water is exchanged through Earth's land, ocean, and atmosphere. Water always exists in all three places and in many forms as lakes and rivers, glaciers and sheets, oceans and seas, underground aquifers, and vapor in the air and clouds. First is evaporation, second is condensation, third is precipitation, and last is transpiration water cycle. Which means evaporation occurs when sunlight warms the surface of the water. When it is cold enough, the water vapor condenses and returns to liquid water. These water droplets eventually gather to form clouds and precipitation. Evaporation from the oceans is vital to the production of fresh water. Condensation, vapor condensation including dewfall and hygroscopic water, is the process whereby water vapor from the atmosphere is cooled and condenses as a liquid on a given surface, colder than the dew point temperature of the surrounding air. Moreover, it is also plays a significant role in the water budget of ecosystem and in the maintaining the water status of plants in both areas. Examples being those big floating clouds floating over your head, and when the water droplets in clouds combine, they become heavy enough to form raindrops to rain down onto your head. Precipitation is water released from clouds in the form of rain, freezing rain, sheet, snow, or hail. That is the primary connection in the water cycle that provides for the delivery of atmospheric water to the earth. Most precipitation falls as rain. And lastly is transpiration water cycle. That is the process by which moisture is carried through plants from roots to small pores on the underside of leaves, where it changes to vapor and is released to the atmosphere. That is essentially evaporation of water from plant leaves. Humans affect the water cycle in numerous ways. Some of our actions purposefully affect the water cycle, and other human activities have unintentional consequences on the water cycle. Irrigation, as the human population has increased, so have our demands on the land, we need more food. And to make food, we need water. Irrigation is the artificial watering land does not get enough water through rainfall. and is used substantially by most locals. Arid or dry lands require more water as the locals that have large intensive farming communities. Uncertainty in the water supply, lack of remunerative income, fragmentation of land holdings, irrigation efficiency is very poor, over-exploitation of surface water leading to some drainage problems. Water resources face challenges from climate change, surface water and groundwater. The water that flows on the surface of the earth. Groundwater is found underground in cracks and species in rocks, soils, and sands. In our area, with that time, groundwater flows into creeks, a river, or even into a lake. Deforestation. The removal of trees or deforestation is having a major impact on the water cycle as local climates change. At the local level, the land becomes drier and less stable. When it rains, instead of the water being sucked up, there is increased runoff and leaching. Areas can become more prone to both droughts and flooding, impacting on plants and animals, and also humans living near deforested areas. That's all about my concept paper introductory and the short discussions. Thank you to my videographer who took so many time to take videos just to having my entry and this output. And to Ma'am Sky, thank you for giving this kind of opportunity, and I'm looking forward that I can gain more knowledge from you. Lastly, to our Almighty God, because without Him, success is nothing happen.